and gentlemen, 16 seats in North Kashmir vote tomorrow in elections that are crucial to the future of the state and all political parties. So needless to say, when news came in of Hezbollah commander Hassan Nasarullah being killed in targeted Israeli airstrikes in Beirut, its ripple effects were felt in faraway Budgam as well. Why was it given? Well, simply because Kashmir has always supported the Palestinian cause and has been opposed to what it calls Israel's occupation. So locals in Budgam and several parts of the valley took to the streets condemning the Hezbollah chief's killing. He was killed in a bunker 60 feet under the earth after 80 tons of bombs were dropped in and around the area. 80 tons. Now, since the bunker bust ammunition used was American, both anti-Israel and anti-US chants were raised in Kashmir. Now, in election season, this was a perfect opportunity for some vote bank politics, and the PDP led the way. Mehbooba Mufti called off her political campaign on Sunday and called Hassan Nasarullah a martyr. Then, her daughter Iltija Mufti, who is making her election debut, went one step further and compared the situation in Kashmir to that of Gaza and Lebanon. Listen in.
बट आवर हार्ट्स आर हैवी, हमारे दिल में बहुत दर्द है। आप जानते हैं नसरुल्लाह साहब ने जहां भी आजाब शिकस्त जुल्म हो रहा था, खास तौर से गाजा में, उनने उन लोगों के लिए लड़ा जो उनके थे भी नहीं। He wasn't even from there. So our hearts are heavy and people here should have the right to protest. अगर वो प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है? They want to protest against the Israeli policy of genocide. कैसे जाके वो वहां लेबनान में कारपेट बॉम्बिंग कर रहे हैं, इसमें कोई गलत चीज नहीं है।
Ask him that it's his government in the center. Let them declare him to be a terrorist first. Why should we react?
The larger question is, on which side are they standing? Are they standing on the path of peace or are they standing on the path of violence? Because so far, from their statements, over a period of time, one notes that they have in the past, when Jammu Kashmir was a state and Article 370 was existing there, at that time, they had come out in open support of those who were terrorists, those who were convicted by the Honorable Supreme Court of being associated with terrorism. And that clearly showed an agenda. Now, when they come out with this kind of statement on an organization or a person where globally there are concerns about the path of violence that it took to, then they will obviously, Mr. Omar Abdullah and Ms. Mufti would obviously be seen as being on the path that supports violence and not peace.
Now, this bickering is coming right ahead of the third and final phase of elections in Jammu and Kashmir that are scheduled tomorrow. The question is, are these display of solidarity genuine expressions of support? If yes, then why? Or are these calculated moves for vote bank politics in Kashmir? Putting that question to my guests this evening, this is going to be a quick 15-minute chat. So I'm going to ask my guests to keep their comments short. SP Vaid is a former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir, feels very strongly on the subject. Amit Raina is an activist. Tausif Shah is leader of the PDP. And Sarfaraz Wani is a lawyer from Kashmir joining us on the broadcast. Tausif Shah, you're from the PDP. Please help me understand how Kashmir can be compared to Gaza and Palestine and Lebanon. Are there bombings taking place in Kashmir? No. There are elections under a democratic flag that are currently being held in the Union Territory. Why compare it to Gaza? Why shed tears for someone who is globally recognized as a terrorist in most parts of the world?
Yeah, and thanks for calling online. And now I'd like to say that you are in the video clip of our Iltija Mufti, but there was nowhere seen that she's equating Gaza with Kashmir. I have not seen she equating Gaza with the Kashmir. She was just saying that we have the right to protest and the people have the right to protest. Let them protest. And then besides, as we have already had lots of discussions on it, we stand with the Palestinian people, like our Prime Minister, like his predecessors. They have surely taken a stand along with the Palestine. They have sent aids to Palestine, lots and many of times. So we have seen the genocide being over there, 3-year-old small children being killed. So what is the problem if our Shia Muslims, our Shia brothers from the Shia community, they are they are condoling the demise. They are condoling it. So we stand with the Palestine and we stand with the people who support Palestine. That is it. There's nothing to be politicizing it because
Okay.
you are telling that she has equated Gaza with Kashmir, but nowhere in the clip I saw that she equated Gaza with the Kashmir. If you have any of that clips, please run it online.
No, I don't. No, I don't. It's a report I read. That clip is not
she has
available.
not.
We are
No,
always
she has not
we are
said.
always
She has
honest
not
here
said.
on Mirror now
Because
we don't run agendas here.
I accept.
SP Vaid,
I
okay.
accept, and I am very thankful.
So let me get in SP Vaid. Okay. Okay. So I'm just getting in SP Vaid here because he's written a very strong tweet. SP Vaid, the leader from the PDP is saying, we have always been pro-Palestine. We have always been anti-Israel. There are merciless airstrikes that Israel is taking. Hezbollah's commander has been killed. People are protesting on the streets in Kashmir. What is the problem? Galat kya hai? This is not an anti-India stand, they are saying.
Good evening, Shreya ji. See, as far as attacks of the Israel taking place on the civilian casualties taking place, I think India also has expressed its concern, and the world is doing that. The problem is, if you show sympathy with the common people of Palestine or Iran, I understand there are cultural linkage from people of Kashmir in Iran and also in Iran, particularly Shia community. That is fine, but the glorifying a terrorist organization and glorifying a terrorist commander who is responsible for thousands of killings of innocent people. So many countries, including some of the Arab countries, I think more than 60 countries have designated his organization as a terrorist organization and also him as a terrorist leader. So I think siding with the violence will unfortunately lead to violence in Kashmir. This is a political season, election season, and every political party is trying to vie for the votes. That is understandable, but then please don't side with the violence. Saying slogans like "Har ghar se." Nasrullah niklega. Now, can you imagine the impact on the future generation of youth of Kashmir Valley? Do you want young boys to pick up gun and become Nasrullah again? We had suffered so much in Jammu and Kashmir because of this terrorist violence. With a lot of sacrifices, the peace has returned. And again, we produce Nasrullahs and Hezbollah organization. So it is very, very sad if such politics is played.
Sarfaraz Wani, respond to that. Respond to that. Do you really want people like Hassan Nasarullah in Jammu and Kashmir?
Well, Shreya, please give me time to explain this. First, Hassan Nasrullah is not a terrorist for me. He is a hero. And there's a reason for that. Please let me explain. He is the symbol of resistance. He is the one who fought for the liberation of the people of Lebanon in year 2006. He brought Israel on its knees. He is the one who changed the power dynamics in the Middle East. And that's the problem with the US. That's the problem with the Israel. They want their hegemony there. They want to rule the whole Middle East. They want every government to be their puppet. And Hezbollah, Syria, Iran, Yemen did not bow to them. And they formed an axis of resistance. Now, who does not bow to them, he is a terrorist. So we cannot keep a standard. One who's a friend of US, he is a good man, and one who is not a friend of US, he's a terrorist. So that cannot be the criteria. I am saying I am a staunch supporter of Hezbollah. If you tell me Nasrullah, I am Nasrullah. Because he is the symbol of, he's not a terrorist. He has done so much human rights work there. He has done so much social work there. He has made roads, he has made hospitals. What he has not done there? Now, just because you read from the US media, okay, he is a terrorist.
Tausif Shah, वो तो Al-Qaeda also says. Al-Qaeda also calls calls
Let's be
themselves
clear. He's not a terrorist.
a social
He's not.
organization.
Number
ठीक है.
second. Number second.
Okay, so
Let
Tausif
me
Shah,
complete.
all right.
Let me complete one thing, one point.
All
one
right.
point.
Can I just get
Why
in a
he is a
counterpoint of
symbol
view?
of unity? Can
Sir,
I make
can I
one
get a
point?
counterpoint of view?
He was just one point. He was
Okay, go ahead.
he was a Shia. He was a Shia. He fought for Sunnis because there is not even a single household of Shias in Palestine. This is the figure he is. He believes in unity. He believed in unity. He did not believe in division. Understand this, that he was a
Okay,
Shia,
Amit
fought for the
Raina.
Sunnis of Palestine.
Amit Raina. ठीक है, Amit Raina. So, you know, the Kashmiri representatives on the show are saying that he is a hero for us. So why should we not mourn
Absolutely.
his death? The fact also is,
I'm
Amit Raina,
blunt.
that it's not like,
I'm
एक
blunt.
minute. The fact also, ठीक है, रुक जाइए, Mr. Wani. There are other people on the show as well. But the fact is, Amit Raina, you know, has the government of India, the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, or even Mr. Jaishankar spoken after Hassan Nasrullah's death? No, they haven't spoken. So we don't know what India's stand is. The fact also is that I was going through the list of designated terror organizations by the government of India, and Hezbollah is not there. So the Congress party that is fighting an election with the NC that again is supporting the Hezbollah and mourning the death of Hassan Nasrallah is saying, if you think he's a terrorist, come out and say he's a terrorist. You'll have to unmute yourself, sir.
Hassan Nasrullah has been designated terrorist by Arab League itself. Hezbollah is a terror organization declared by Arab League itself. So if Indian Muslim is more Muslim than Arab Muslim, then I don't know. The problem is not that. The problem is that in last 30 years, 16,000 Kashmiris have been killed in terror attacks. In last 3 years, 54 soldiers have attained martyrdom fighting for Kashmiris, laying their life for this country. Last year itself, a DSP called Humayun lost his life. 2 days back, a Havaldar of Jammu Kashmir police lost his life fighting terrorists. I did not see someone from Kashmir, especially the so-called terrorist supporters calling themselves to be Kashmir representatives, coming up and saying, I am DSP Humayun. I am Lieutenant Aurangzeb. I am Last Nayak. They did not come out and say that. Every time a terrorist is killed, their antennas wake up and they try to maximize the opportunity. If they are so concerned about Islamic people facing oppression, why have they been silent on what is happening in Yemen? Why are they silent on what is happening to Kurds? Why are they silent to what is happening to Baluchis? Why are they silent to their own people, what is happening to them in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir? Why are they silent to their own brethren in Baluchistan, in Gilgit-Baltistan? This is opportunity politics and nothing more than. My worry is not that. My worry is you are eulogizing a terrorist.
Okay.
And that is, are you saying that a terrorist is going to be the role model for the children of Jammu and Kashmir? That is what is worrying. You 6-year-old child being pushed out to a rally, holding a poster of a terrorist and saying, "Maybe Nasarullah, maybe Hassan." ये आप आतंकवादी को हीरो बनाना चाहते हैं? Is this the trend you want to set? And that is why Kashmir has been burning for 30 years, because people like
Tausif
Mufti
Shah?
Muhammad Saeed, Mehbooba Saeed and Wani have been pushing terrorists as heroes of Jammu and Kashmir.
Okay, Tausif Shah, respond to that. I will give you exactly 20 seconds. दिल आपका रोता है अगर नसरुल्ला जो है हसन नसरुल्ला बैरूट में मारा जाए. आपका दिल तब नहीं रोता जब कश्मीर में एक कांस्टेबल मारा जाता है.
Do I have to respond?
या हिंदूज बांग्लादेश में मारे जाते हैं.
Yes.
Yes, no, not you.
I'll
Tausif
reply.
Shah will respond to that, please.
Yeah, I'll reply to it. Like my friend said that जब DSP मरे थे यहाँ पे, so our whole party was there mourning for our 4 days. We have on the newspapers, we have on the TV channels condemned yesterday's Bashir Ahmad's martyrdom. We accept his martyrdom and we say that he's a real martyr of the nation. So you have to know the facts. You cannot say other live media that you have not been there without knowing the facts. You can see the tweets for DSP Sahab, who was martyred last year. We had been really. That was a real tragedy. That was a real tragedy. He was really a martyr. He was really a martyr, just father of 3 days son. So we accept their martyrdom. It's not that we are only for Nasrullah. We stand for our own people first, then for the others. we stand for our own people,
Okay.
whether be
Okay, we leave this discussion there. But that's not the impression that is put out. Because we hardly hear the PDP speak about Hindus being killed in Bangladesh.
No, you can check
Or,
the Twitter.
people in uniform
you
being
can check the
killed
Twitter
in
account
Kashmir
of,
and Jammu.
you
We
can-
hardly
you-
hear
you-
from them, right? But we
you
will
can
hear
check the
from
Twitter
them
account of a
when
party
someone
person.
like a Nasrallah, who's designated a terrorist by half the world, is killed. आप अपना
You can-
इलेक्शन करिए आराम से, क्या जरूरत है आपको उनके लिए
You
रैली
can check the
निकालने की?
Twitter of
Anyhow,
our-
we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. I just wanted to hear all points of view on the show. Thank you very much. I don't want to reduce this to a tutu meme debate. SP Vaid, thank you very much for joining us. Amit Raina, thank you very much. Tausif Shah, thank you very much. And Sarfaraz Bani, thank you very much for joining us as well.